The Twin Valley Locker Room Show brings you to Campbell Field and the seniors of the 2016 state qualifying Clay Center Tiger baseball team. The Twin Valley Locker Room Show, it's powered by Pulse Internet. All your devices, one superior connection. It's been a magical run to get through this past Wednesday in a doubleheader against Abilene and Atchison, not just knocking off the top seed, but really knocking out both teams on Wednesday. I'm going to start with Lane. I'm going to make my way through these guys here just a little bit with a couple of questions. So, Lane, let you step in here with me if you would. You guys took some BP last Wednesday getting ready for the state championships, right? About 10 o'clock in the morning is what Coach said?
Yep.
What was the feel at that point? Did you guys have a feeling in your minds or something about the way you got together that something special was going to happen?
Yeah, Coach just said all week to picture making big plays and doing your job, and so we just came out and we were focused and ready, and we had a good round of BP, and we were focused all day long.
Hunter, where you at? Hop up here real quick. So you guys get on the bus to go to Wamego. What was the mood like on the bus? Rowdy, calm, serious?
I think everybody was wanting to play. Everybody was pretty excited about it, really. Everybody just wanted to play.
Focused then.
Yeah.
All right, I like that. Colton, step up here real quickly. So you're handed the ball, game one, to start the game, and you guys get out early against Abilene. It has to help, but what was your feelings taking the mound, knowing that you got a league rival, you got to get that game to have a chance to do what you guys had set out to do?
Definitely felt good. Getting ahead in the first inning gave me a little comfortable lead, be able to feel more, comfortable.
More relaxed?
Yeah, definitely.
Now, I know a couple of times in the game there were some things that happened for you defensively. Wyatt Alexander throws out a run. You get a double play turned at a big point in the ball game. Your guys back chipped well.
Yep, that definitely helped me start smiling and throw better.
Very good. Bailen, step up here real quick. Okay, so you guys are up big against the number one seed. We're getting into the innings where most of us on the radio, in the stands, listening, are thinking, this is going to happen. What were you guys thinking, say, fourth, fifth inning? You're up 4 or 5 runs. You had the big inning then later, but were you guys talking about it at all or just kind of keeping play-by-play?
Oh, yeah, the whole time we were talking about how many outs we had before we were going to state. It was a lot of fun. I mean, every time somebody crossed home plate, we were outside the dugout. Everybody was jumping up and down. I mean, it was a blast.
It was a blast for us involved, too. Morgan, where you at? Big Mo here. Last 3 outs of the ball game, all pop-outs to first base to this guy. The first one, was it the first one you caught up against the fence, right? Second out. Did you know that was in the mitt the whole way?
I absolutely did not. Ben always says, just give it your all, don't quit on a ball, so put myself in the position it could have happened and came up with it.
Bailen said you guys were counting down how many outs until you made it to the state championship. The last pop-up, all 3 go to first base. You know the state championship's right there. What were the thoughts going through your mind, or was anything except catching the ball going through your mind?
Well, the last one, it was actually way more difficult than the second one because you want to shut the door on them so they don't have any life left, but came up with it, so it was a good feeling.
And the dog pile happened after that, and the Tigers knew they were going to the state championships. This has been a magical season. I'll state the obvious. If you guys crowd in just a little bit with me, because I'm going to ask a real quick opportunity because it's been a special year. Obviously, you're going to the state championships. But I also know it's been a tough road for you guys, and there's a number 13 that sits out in left field here at Campbell Field that is very, very special. I guess I'll ask each of you to maybe share a thought on maybe what Tommy Watt would have been thinking going to the state championship, or if not else, maybe just a memory of Tommy on the baseball field.
Well, as soon as we would have won, if he were here, I know he would have been screaming hell yes, and he'd have been hooping and hollering just like the rest of us.
Yeah, he'd have been excited like everybody else would have been.
He'd want to beat him.
Well, we set a goal at the beginning of the year to make it to state, but I know he'd be just like the rest of us, not settling with it. Now that we're there, we're going to get the job done.
I know he'd be proud of us for making it after all the tough times we had at the beginning of our baseball careers, but I know he'd be super pumped to be out there playing with us Thursday and Friday.
I know you guys talk about him a lot, so it'll be special to take the field there at Salina's Dean Evans Stadium. We have a one-question Tiger trivia today. If you could choose one walk-up song at the state championship, what is it?
Ooh, I'd go with Classic Man.
Coach had been shaking his head, so I probably shouldn't say it. What do you say?
Classic Man.
I'll just go with that.
We'll talk off camera, Hunter.
Here comes the boom.
I think I'm going to have to go with Stacy's mom.
Until I collapse by Eminem.
Very good, guys. Dean Evans Stadium, Salina. Can't wait for the first pitch against Buhler. 2016 state qualifiers, first time in 19 years. Your Clay Center Tigers. Back on the Twin Valley Locker Room Show. The Locker Room Show is powered by Pulse Internet. All your devices, one superior connection. And talking now with Coach Andy Bent. There's a little excitement around Tiger baseball. There has been this year. This last week, I was emailing you over the weekend a little bit, and I think you said it as well as anybody could. It was just a magical day for the Tigers.
It's hard to put into words. You know, you start with some of them in January, the ones that aren't in a winter sport, and you have to do everything you can, put it in their head that they, you know, the state tournament's right there. And boy, like I said, still talking about it right now, it just gets me excited. So
you guys went into that day, and it was neat to hear the guys talk about the BP and the road trip and just the feel. And I heard a couple of them mention, Bent always says, keep thinking about what you're going to do, make big plays. And they did. I mean, baseball's a fun game to watch, but when it's played well, there ain't much like it. And that Wednesday and that doubleheader, I think maybe 2 errors the entire day for you guys and some really special plays defensively and at the plate.
Yeah, I mean, it was just great baseball. You know, we've played good baseball most of the year, but this was just great baseball. You know, when you have Colton Pfizenmaier and Cade Wallace throw, they gave up 3 hits total the whole day, and, you know, 1 run each. Kelby Wishman and Cade Wallace turning the double play was huge. Wyatt Alexander, great job behind the plate. I mean, every single person did something to help us. Nate Liby had a fantastic catch in right field the second game. You know, they wanted it more than anybody else there that day, for sure.
And it was evident. You and I talked in between games, and just the attitude of your guys walking about, it wasn't like they were a low seed. It wasn't like they were surprised to be there. You could just, there was an air about them, it seemed like.
I told them going in, the 4 teams, I said it's a toss-up. You know, we played some close games with Wamego and Abilene, and we had no idea about Atchison, which was great. I'm glad we got to face them, and, you know, they wanted it. Our guys, like I said, we said it, that was our only goal. We had 1 goal, make state tournament. Now we have another one, and that's win Thursday and Friday.
On Thursday, you take on the 3-seed Buhler. They're a 16-win team. I don't know much about them. I don't know if you've got a chance to hear much.
You know, I think they have one pretty good pitcher, but, you know, they joined the club. There are a lot of teams like that. I told the guys, you know, we play like we did. You make plays, you hit the ball. Doesn't matter who you play.
Still the game of baseball. And if you play it as pretty as you did Wednesday, there's really good chances. It really was that good to watch. If it sounded that good, it was probably a little bit better. Coach, congratulations on all that you guys have accomplished. The new goal now, play to Friday, right?
That's right. One pitch at a time, one game at a time, and it starts right behind me here about 5 minutes, and we're going to take care of business.
These guys are ready to prepare. Bailen told me he's been sitting on his couch 45 minutes waiting to get to practice. You got to love that kind of attitude. Coach Andy Bent with us, the 2016 state qualifiers in baseball, your Clay Center Tigers.